world, poor people even in rich countries. There's murder, particularly abortion, which is the killing of millions of unborn children. As I was doing research for this talk, just looking for images on Google was just so emotional for me. Thinking back to our Walk for Life in SF this year was just an amazing experience because it was like our fight, our voice for those babies. I, for one, love babies, and who doesn't? But when I think about teenagers, women who feel that abortion is the only solution, it makes me really sad. I think to myself, what about women who cannot bear a child due to their medical condition and would give anything to have a baby but can't? It's crazy to say, or to even feel for those babies. They just want to be loved and cared for. People should know that there are options, like being able to talk to the other partner, family, friends, to find out how they feel, and you may be surprised that their willingness to support during a difficult time, even if they've seemed unsupportive in the past. There are state and federal programs, of course, WIC, Medicaid, food stamps, Section 8, and most importantly, options go beyond termination. So, and parenting. There are other options such as adoption too. There is also social injustice in the world today. Stereotyping often results from and leads to prejudice. Unchecked prejudice leads to discrimination and violence, like abuse against the elderly or hating on different race for whatever reason. All goes under the subject of social injustice. On a personal level, there is loneliness, depression, fear, insecurity, mistrust, and etc. Everyone agrees that something major is needed to correct the situation in the world. Man has made various efforts to improve the world, but their efforts are not succeeding. For example, in the field of medicine, through ultrasound technique, we can discover the sex of a child before it is born. But some people decide to kill the unborn child if found defective, or if it is not the desired sex. Man cannot be completely trusted to use God's wisdom properly. In food production, we have learned better and more productive ways of increasing the yield of the land. But millions of people are still dying from malnutrition, starvation, and the human race has not learned to share God's provision with their less fortunate members. Some even propose solutions through man-made religions and other ideologies, like meditation, Marxism, and New Age astrology. Man is not succeeding because all of these efforts are based on man's wisdom. So if you open your Bible in Isaiah 55, verse 8 and 9, For my thoughts are not your thoughts, nor your ways are my ways, says the Lord. As high as the heavens are above the earth, so high are my ways above your ways, and my thoughts above your thoughts. What is needed is God's wisdom and ways. Well, what is the way of God? Does God have a plan for bringing us out of our confusion and disorder? Yes, of course. The starting point of understanding God's plan is found in the story of creation in Genesis. What God creates is good. All confusion and disorder is not in accordance with the plan of God. In Genesis 1, verse 27, God created man in his image. In the divine image, he created him. Male and female, he created them. All the ugliness and the sins in the lives of people today are not in accordance with God's will. Man is meant for friendship with God, the disruption in our relationship with God is our doing and is not as God intends. There is a show, or there was a show on the Filipino channel, and it was a little boy that was able to talk to God. Bro, actually, he called him. And it's a long story, but when it came to him realizing all the people that he loved, when he actually found out who his father was, his dad sacrificed his life for his son. So therefore, both his parents were in heaven, and he pretty much kind of held a grudge against God. So he kind of vanished. He lived with priests, and he just needed time alone. But God never abandoned him. He always found people who were willing to help, like bring him anywhere, feed him, clothe him, everything. So therefore, things do not turn out according to God's plan. It's original sin that has entered the picture. And from then, man continued to turn against God and his ways. But still, even if God punished man, God still will not abandon him. Like I said. God punished Adam and Eve when they sinned. God yet extended to them a gesture of grace. He gave them clothing, and even promised them the offspring of a woman will crush the head of the serpent. The offspring is known to be Jesus Christ, and the woman is Mary. God punished Cain for murdering his brother Abel, yet he gave Cain a mark to protect him from being killed on sight. Further on in Genesis, we read about the wickedness of man in the time of Noah. God sent a flood to eradicate evil on earth, yet he had compassion. He directed Noah to build an ark that would deliver the righteous from death. And still further in Genesis 11